I'm going to put you on hold, all right?
Wait a minute.
Up the fight between Gary and Stuttering John. Fred, all you have to do is put up the audio, if you would.
Stop that. Do anything to help me. Stop it. All you do is sit in here.
He was
and you don't do anything to help. All you do is tear it down, and then you go home and you don't do a goddamn thing.
He was the one. I mean, you look at me.
Because Howard was laughing, so and then you sit here and think, shut up.
I mean, you just
shut up. Do some work and shut up.
You got to pick on. It's amazing.
Because you don't do anything. You don't help in any way.
Everything you ask me to do.
Yeah, like you know what?
Yeah.
Howard, I'm going to tell you something. All right, now we're on the air.
Tell me.
Okay, I gave John some work to do on Monday. On Friday, call 5 or 6 people. Yesterday, I see Jason doing it. Doing John's work.
Excuse me. I called all the people he asked. One of them wasn't there. And I said, Gary, after I leave, what should I do? And he said, tell Jason to freaking
That was on Friday. On Monday, you should have followed up on it yourself. Why is it? I already have work for him to do. I have work for him to do.
You just can't kid around. I mean, it's like...
No.
Howard's kidding around. I'm laughing.
Howard's in charge.
Yeah, but Howard was kidding around, so I laughed at him.
No, you laugh at me, and you jump on, and you get in the way of everything.
Because he said he doesn't care. That's why I laughed.
I know, but I'm trying to have a discussion with him.
That's not why you laughed.
It's not.
That's not why you laughed.
All right, so why'd I laugh?
Laugh because they're saying to Gary, you make the decisions, or present me with a bunch of decisions.
And you're mocking me.
And you mock him during it.
That's right.
No,
you stand there and mock me. Be honest.
Well, I laughed, but you weren't laughing?
I wasn't laughing. I was laughing at you because you're sitting there giggling.
Exactly. You stand there like the court jester. No, it's true.
All right, whatever.
No, you don't see yourself.
All right.
John's like, oh, okay. I can even go into this idiot's head now. He's going to go, no, I get Howard. You don't want to get Gary upset, so you're just saying.
No, I'm being
but
serious.
The truth is, John, you sit there and you mock me.
I wasn't mocking you.
What were you doing then?
Because the conversation prior to that, but I don't even want to say what Howard had said before that. So then
you were still laughing at that.
That would set it up, up until there. But I'm not going to say what.
I'll tell you what I said.
What?
Gary came in and said, wow, we had great ratings here.
I said that.
Yeah, all right, great ratings in this town, this town, this town, this town, and this town. And I said, I don't even care.
Yeah, so he said he didn't care.
And you said, oh, you're at the point that you don't care? I don't care.
Yeah, all right. So then you bring over the map, right? And then Howard goes, I don't care. Just to make the decision.
Let me ask you a question.
So I'm laughing at that.
Let me ask you a question. I put down a floor plan of Vegas, right? I got some problems. Are you helping me?
But it seems like you know the solution.
Are you helping me?
Like
are you there? Are you standing here to help?
What Howard says.
Answer the question.
Solution.
Are you here to help me or get in my way?
Always help you.
No, you're not. How do you help me? How do you help me?
Gary,
give me 3 examples of how you help me.
Kidding around, so I didn't think that you.
All right, let me go on. All right.
Don't help me.
Do anything you want.
I love that.
You know what's funny to me?
The music.
Looking at your face. No, looking at your face. When they start fighting, you are in heaven.
I'm smiling.
Yes, you got the biggest smile on your face.
Yeah.
I love it.
You know how much I hate that you make me do that? Not that you don't make me, but that you capture that.
What can I do?
I know. It's good for the show.
You were right. John was screwing you up. Gary had some problems with the floor plan in Vegas.
Yeah.
And he asked me, he says, Gary has a weird way of presenting things to me, though. He goes to me, well, what do you want to do if we have too many guests at the blackjack table? Where do you want to put them? And I go, Gary, am I a set designer?
How do you know?
Present me with some options, and I'll tell you what I like. Then all of a sudden, he presents me with 4 options that they already worked out. I go, that's what I'm presented that way. Say, here's 4 options you can do when you have too many guests. So he always does it to me.
And John's snickering over in the corner.
So John's laughing.
That's why I'm laughing, though.
And he gets, well, you don't need to be laughing.
But I'm laughing at you.
No, you're not.
Gary thinks I'm laughing at him.
You are.
Well, no, you're laughing at my reaction to Gary.
Yeah, well.
And it's not helping.
Okay, but it's fun.
And Howard's laughing. You think Howard's laughing at me? Howard's laughing at you laughing at me.
Right. You're getting me going.
All right, but I'm laughing at you.
So I said to Scott DePace, if you have all of these solutions, come in and tell me the solutions, and I'll pick one. So then I pick one. Gary goes, you're not going to like that.
I don't think you're gonna, I really don't think
so. I said, then you pick the solution if you know.
But I don't want to get out there and then say, Gary, I don't like the solution. I want you to be part of it.
I want you.
Okay,
you
so I
seem
got
to
it.
know.
It's done. I got it.
That's all. Don't bother me with that nonsense.
And that was the conversation I thought was amusing.
Yeah, but you can't sit there.
You can't sit there and laugh at your boss like that.
It's not about
Not
laughing
at
at
my
your
boss.
No,
yes, it is.
You know what? It's not about that I'm his boss, he's laughing at me. It's that we have 7 minutes to cover stuff, and I just find that when I'm trying to get you to answer stuff, John's laughing takes your attention away from what we're doing.
Absolutely.
Hey, Howard.
Then I won't laugh.
Yes, Casey.
Howard, that is the biggest pet peeve I have about John. It's just that you are such a ball breaker. I mean, he's trying to get stuff done, and you just sit there and you just laugh. And
Spoken from a true guy, a true child molester over here.
that's something different. But
Yes.
no, but dude, it's
something different.
No. If you're just
I'm
trying
a ball
to,
buster
That's
you
in
got
his
no, you got,
and I break my balls.
If he's molesting children, it's in his office.
Look, we got there's like 6 minutes to get stuff done, and you're in here just goofing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's funny.
Howard makes me laugh sometimes, and I laugh. And I think that we know what we're laughing about.
No.
He's got a private
There's no
joke
we.
going with
Okay.
you.
All right.
I look up, Gary's talking to me, I'm seeing the absurdity of a situation, but if I look up and see you laughing at it, of course I'm
No,
going
but
to laugh.
sometimes Gary screws up on some of the factual
Okay, and you're right.
data.
He does.
And
Okay,
but wait
then
a second.
then I giggle. I do.
But you're not there to...
Why?
You are my
critique.
personal. You follow me to point out my every flaw, and I don't need that kind of help.
I understand, but I'm not. It is not out of hate.
No. I'm not sure. Is that
right.
some sort of weird anger? I'm not sure if it's hate.
It's not. It's not at all. I like.
I think if you goof on me, it makes you somehow feel better about yourself. I really do.
Well, I think we're all guilty of that, but I mean that's not really the case with you. I like it. They just take it up to the fryers. We had lunch.
I don't think you dislike me. I don't think you dislike me, but you do sandbag me in here.
John always goes.
Why you like Gary is you enjoy goofing on him.
Oh come on!
And there's always a
You
weird
do, you
dynamic.
goof on it.
Is that why you like Gary?
I like Gary because he does a good job.
Okay, wait a second.
I don't particularly like Gary.
Wait a second. What do you wait a second for?
I like his job that he does
Okay,
for me.
you don't
I'm not
support
interested in
Gary?
him. I'm not interested in him as a person.
But see, I am.
I care less.
But I am. I like.
No, you're into hanging around me and getting on my good side by goofing on everyone.
You're Chester.
And you think you're showing me that you're so much brighter than everyone
No,
else.
it's not. I like.
He's
Listen,
with you.
I do like to goof on
He's
people.
with you in these things.
I do like to goof on people, but it has nothing to do with you.
And
Yes, it
you,
does.
you
Oh, okay.
mushmouth. Let me tell you something else. If I didn't have Gary, I wouldn't understand a word you said. Gary interprets everything John says.
He is a good interpreter.
He is. John comes in, he goes, I got to tell you something. I go, what is it? And I go, Gary, I don't know what this guy's saying.
Now that's funny.
But let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You goof on Gary.
Yes, I do.
All right. Do you like Gary? Really?
No.
All right. Well, then,
Yeah,
all right. Well, then it's different. I like Gary, and
So that
I
makes
think
the
he does a
goofing
good
better?
job. I don't particularly like him.
Wait, John.
What's to like
What are
about
you
him?
saying? You don't like him?
this isn't bothering you.
I don't hate him. I don't have any feeling
What
about
do
him.
you
You know
mean?
what?
Come on, after all this time,
I gotta
you've
tell
never
you
developed one feeling for the guy?
I feel he does a good job.
I
Wait a
respect
second.
him.
You mean
Who likes
But wait a
Gary?
minute. Hold it.
I mean,
it
who
would
really-
just naturally happen that you would
Name anyone who hangs around
have
with
a
Gary.
certain amount of affection or something.
I care about him as another human being,
Well, that's something.
but I don't like him.
But Howard,
I don't hate him.
Howard, do you think it makes it? Do you think that
No.
it's easier for John to say he goofs on me because he likes me?
Do I like that chair over there?
No.
I mean, it's a nice chair, but I don't have a relationship with it. Gary is my producer. He comes in, he does a good job, and that's why he's here. I don't have to like the
Do
guy.
you like me better than the chair?
I feel the way about you that I feel about the chair.
you like
how
him?
dare
You both serve a function.
Who do you like better? Do you like John or Gary better?
John,
Who do you like better for working here?
Gary.
That's all I need.
Oh, wait
I
a
would
second.
fire John in
Wait
a
a second.
second. I wouldn't fire
I
Gary.
wasn't out late last night doing interviews. I mean,
Oh, please, John. Once in a life. I mean, it's got to be.
I always
lifetime-
want to do one.
And a lifetime
you're right.
experience now.
Ask the E guys. I say, let's do them.
I'd fire you in a minute.
Oh, all right.
But Gary, I need to do the job.
Oh, okay.
I like how Gary performs his job. I don't like Gary. Just
Good
50
Lord.
guys I like better than Gary if I was going to hire a
You
friend.
certainly are a morale booster.
You know what?
I'm complimenting the guy.
I don't care. I need him to like my job. That's all I care about.
You do a
But
good
you
job.
couldn't like him because he does a good job.
Why would I like him? What is there to like about him?
Oh my God! I'm not going to analyze what is there to like about
You
Gary.
tell me what you like about
You
him.
spend a lot of time talking to Gary. You'd think you'd
About
have found
work.
something to like.
I don't
by
ever.
now.
Do we ever socialize?
Not anymore.
Right. Exactly.
No, I'm not saying. But you're here in the workplace. Sometimes you like have like a conversation that's not work related, don't you?
No.
Oh.
Not really, no. Why would I talk to him?
Oh,
That's cruel.
But it's not cruel. It's the truth. He loves the truth.
I don't mind
Oh
this.
my
You know,
God! He can't handle the truth.
I don't mind this at all. I just want to.
I like how the guy works.
If Howard thinks I do a good job,
He's
that's
more
all I
valuable.
need.
Okay, that's
I
good.
tell you what, I prefer not liking him. I don't want to get bogged down with nonsense.
But the deal is you don't dislike me, correct?
You do like him. I can tell when you
I
like him.
told you I like you
love
the
Gary.
same
No, he
way I
likes
like a
you.
chair.
You don't dislike me.
I don't dislike you.
He likes you.
I don't dislike
because
the chair.
He feels your pain. He gets very concerned when he feels that you're being
Wronged.
Yes, absolutely. I can tell he likes you. Then.
That's a lie. I need him to work.
Oh, stop!
I need him uninterrupted, and you don't interrupt him.
I won't. Do you
I'll fire you?
Do you like KC?
Do I like him? Yeah, I like KC.
Oh,
Yeah, I like KC.
So who do you like better, KC or Gary?
KC.
Oh.
But I'd fire KC in a minute. I love Gary's work. See, there's a difference, and that's more important.
You have trouble saying you love Gary.
I don't love Gary. I don't like Gary.
Oh, you.
I don't feel anything about Gary except I love his work.
Who do you like better, Artie or Gary?
Artie.
Everyone loves Artie.
I want to hang out with Artie. Artie's my friend.
Wait a minute, I got it. Fred or Gary?
Oh, I like Fred.
Wait a second. You don't socialize with Fred.
No, I don't really
He
have.
likes me, John.
But I like him as a person. He doesn't bother me.
There's a history, John, you don't know anything about.
Freddie, I like you too. I don't understand why he would like you in a cat.
Here's my point.
You don't understand
If
how
I
the
was on a
question
boat
Fred.
and Gary and a chair were on there, and I throw one off,
You need a chair.
I need a chair to sit on. I don't need Gary as a friend.
Who do you like, Gary, better than with guys around here?
You mean like?
Oh, wait a
Gary?
second. I got one for you.
I don't hate Gary. I just don't think about
Who
it.
do you like better, Gary or Benji?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I like you better.
Yes. How
Finally.
about Gary or Scott the Pace?
Benji's vile.
Gary or Scott the Pace?
I like Scott the Pace.
Wait a minute, Gary or Scott the engineer?
Oh, Gary.
Oh, okay.
I don't like Scott the engineer. He's a downer.
Scott the engineer's complaining already about Vegas.
What is he saying?
He's complaining because the only place that we get to eat is in the Hard Rock cafeteria. And last time he was allowed a per diem where he could eat wherever he wanted. Scott's running around the halls
used to
now.
gourmet meals.
Because when he's home, he eats like Kerry Kennedy Cuomo.
You know what used to happen was Scott would work on the set, and if he wanted lunch, he'd just order a hamburger.
Right.
Now he's going to go to the cafeteria with the maintenance workers and eat lunch with them.
So what?
I don't think that's a big problem, but he bummed about it.
Who cares?
Should he just be happy to be there? Like I'm ecstatic just to be
He's
there.
going to be out of his house for a week. It's a guy who's miserable. He's going to get to go to Vegas and play cards and do his job in a half-assed way.
And keep it.
Yeah, and keep it. Here's what's going to happen with Scott. We're going to be in Vegas. I'm going to have 20 guests going at once because there's going to be times that we're really crowded around the table. I'll be screaming that he has to turn the microphones up when he sees somebody sit down in a chair. He's going to tell me, I don't know what happened.
Howard, there's that great moment where Scott's got both his hands on the knobs, his head is down, he won't look at us, and beads of sweat show up on his bald
Yeah,
head.
there'll be wireless mics that won't work.
Right,
As
he's
we
gonna
try to talk to people.
he's gonna screw it all up, and he's still gonna get to keep his job. What is he complaining about?
Yo, Howard, you know that almost every day I have a line that I need to be transferred calls in. Every day I tell him that line's got to be open. It's never open.
Right.
Almost every day, and he blames it on his underlings.
There you go.
Hey, Howard, as long as we're in Vegas, what about a little betting? Is he going to walk off? Didn't he walk off like the last 3 shows, the remotes or something?
He will walk off.
But Howard, if you don't like Scott and you don't like his work, then why is Scott here?
Oh, I mean, listen, Scott's okay.
Howard really has no say over Scott.
Scott is not his employee.
Yeah, Scott's not my employee. In fact, I've saved Scott's ass a few times. He'll never know
Scott
about
doesn't
it.
have to be in Vegas. Scott, I don't have to go. It
Don't
doesn't
go.
bother me.
Don't go.
Okay?
Don't go.
I'm done.
All right, good. Go sit home instead of going to exciting Vegas with us.
It's exciting.
Okay,
You know
goodbye.
what? I work, like 16, 17 hours a day. There's really not a lot of excitement going on with me.
All right, you can stay here and listen to it.
So
There's not a lot of excitement going on the trip.
No.
So don't go.
fine.
stay
I won't
here.
go.
It's fine with me. Go talk to
Complain about it.
go
Everything goes
go
wrong.
talk to your boss.
He's not happy. This is what happens. You look at Scott. The mic's not working. Blah 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 blah. Blah.
Right.
I don't know what happened. Scott,
Scott, you want me to pull out?
You know what? I'm
three?
not going.
You want me to pull out
That's
3
all.
examples of videotape where that happened? It's a goof. It happens. You get angry.
It's a goof, and it happened.
No, you get angry.
goof. It's not goof to me.
No.
It's not a
What
goof to me
Scott will
because
be able to do
things
now
go
is sit
wrong,
here
I
and
don't
run
want
the
things to go
tapes
wrong.
of us in
I don't
Vegas.
expect things
I'm
to
not
go
saying
wrong.
you're going to make them go wrong on purpose, but things
He
go
will.
wrong and then you get angry.
Admit, Scott, you will screw up Vegas. Admit it. Admit it
All
now.
right, go
Get it
ahead
over
and say
with.
you won't screw up because it'll be better.
There, so
What did you
I
say?
won't be the one to screw up. I won't be there. So
All right. You're not. I mean, it's fine with me. I'll take a
What's the
crap shoot.
over-under, Howard? How many times he screws up?
The over/under 3.
I say over.
You want that for a dime?
I mean, who are you threatening here?
I'm not
Don't
threatening
go.
anybody.
You're not threatening me.
I'm not
I
threatening
don't care if you
anybody.
go or don't go.
But he's legitimately upset about the cafeteria.
I'd like you to go have a nice vacation, but if you want to,
He had the runs.
If you had the runs, maybe you should stay home.
Hold on. What do you vacation? You've always said people think we're going on vacation.
Oh,
It's
I'm not going on vacation. You are.
I'm not going on vacation.
I don't see you busting your balls.
All right.
We can hardly get you to turn on a mic. You
Yeah, I
must
mean,
be
oh, did you want this microphone on?
I'll just leave them all on at once, and you can have all the noise in the room that you want.
No, that's not what I need. If that's what you're going to do, don't go.
No.
If you can handle yourself in a professional manner.
Of course I can.
And go ahead and open the microphones on a timely basis.
You know what?
And do your job properly, you're welcome to come. If you're telling me you can't do it.
Of course I can do that.
Oh, you say you can do it.
He hasn't done it once.
He does it
I'll tell you what.
every once in a while.
I'll tell you what. Scott, no mistakes in this trip. $1,000 of I-1 money for you. I'm serious. I'll give you $1,000 of I-1 money.
Bounty. Wow.
That's impossible, though.
It's
If we
impossible. It
never
can't
have to
happen.
mention your name, you're $1,000 richer.
As much as I concentrate on what's going on and try to do my best, here's what happens.
Go ahead.
I'm not blaming anybody else. It's my fault. Let's say I'm looking out in the audience and John's running around with a microphone,
Right.
and all of a sudden, Howard, someone sits down next to you and starts talking to you, and the mic's not on. I'm looking over there. Somebody's supposed to tap me on the shoulder and say, "Look over here."
All right, okay. Don't tell me your problem.
We got to assign him a tapper.
I need a tapper.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
If I got to be looking two different ways,
Right. Do you have two eyes?
You need a rear view mirror.
two eyes.
I need a tapper.
Can we tease the amount of Scott's mistakes up to 13?
And dude, if you want my advice,
You get a vig on. You get a vig on.
if you want my advice, don't threaten everyone that you're not
I'm not
going to Vegas
threatening. I
because
don't
you know
have-
what?
it's not a threat.
You're going to be stuck at home for
I don't
a week.
care. It's not a
okay.
threat.
You
all
don't
right?
care?
No, I don't care.
You don't want to go?
All right.
Come on, Scott. You gotta want to go to Vegas.
Once you admit you want to go.
He loves cards.
Oh, please. This is the highlight of his life.
Tell us you don't want to go.
He loves smoking.
If you don't want to go, I will go up to Tom today, and I will ask him to relieve you of your duties, and I will hire a different engineer. If you're telling me legitimately you don't want to go, I want you to look me in the eye now and tell me you don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
You don't.
Gary.
I can do it.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
And Scott, I'm not saying you're
You
replacing
can't. You're
moron,
cutting
Scott.
your own
Some
throat,
replacement.
Scott.
Anybody's
There's a
replacement.
guy from Westwood One that does our
Anybody's
broadcast.
replaced.
Give me the guy from Westwood
He
One.
works for the
Cut
company.
my throat then. I'll cut
Come
my
on,
throat.
Scott.
I'm not going
You just
Your own throat.
you don't want. I'm going to give you a second opportunity.
I'm
now.
not going to beg you.
Hold it.
but I would
Hold
like
it.
to have
Hold
you
it.
out
No. Here's your second opportunity.
God.
Look me in the eye.
Why should I go and bust my
Oh,
butt?
my God.
Just
Answer
look
the
me.
question.
Answer this
To get
question.
treated like
Be
crap.
honest.
I mean, to get treated like
Yes
crap.
or no?
Well, how are you treated like crap? Be honest. You're there. You do your job, and then you have free time in Vegas. Where are you treated like crap? Well, because you got to eat a hamburger from some great place with the Hard Rock.
Wait a minute. Let me ask him this question. Is it better to get treated like crap here or be treated like crap in Vegas?
This is
for a
true. I
week?
get treated like crap everywhere.
You're going to tell me the one perk of your job, you're finally getting to go to Vegas. You're going to now, out of some machismo bull crap, you're going to sit and look me in the eye and lie. Now, here I'm going to ask you again. Do you look me in the eye and tell me you don't want to go to Vegas, and I'll get you replaced?
All you guys do is complain about.
Wait a second. Yes or no? Yes or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes or not?
Look me in the eye.
Scott, come on, man.
Tell me.
Now, don't be stupid.
All right.
Come on.
I'll do it for Artie because.
No. I'm asking you.
And I'm going to tell you, this conversation is going to change it. We're going to be the same people out there. We're going to have high expectations, and if you mess up, Howard's going to yell at you. So knowing that, make your decision.
And you're going to have to eat at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino basement.
Hey, I'll swing for lunch one day. Whatever.
All right, here you go. Look me in the eye.
Yes.
Guess what?
I'm looking him in the eye.
Do you want to go with us to Las Vegas?
I do want to go.
Okay, that's all.
All right, that's it.
All right, that's
Be
it.
quiet.
And
Now
you-
shut
now
up
be
because
quiet.
you'll say something dumb.
And we'll take the trip away from you.
Don't give any stipulations. It won't work.
What is it, Dominic?
Scott's going to pay me the money he borrowed last year.
Oh, yeah. He was borrowing like crazy from
What is this?
He was borrowing like crazy.
I
from
wasn't
them.
borrowing like crazy. First of all, Dominic said, "Here, you need some money. Here's $500."
Oh, my God.
You mean I just went up to you? It was my idea.
Of course, it was your idea.
I hope you get that idea this time.
All right, we'll be back right after these words.
He's one of those guys that's got like, he's a big guy, you
Right.
know, like almost like a little
275.
like Baby Huey.
Yeah,
is, you know?
6'1".
And he's got one of those really sweaty handshakes.
Oh man.
You know, and he just doesn't know when to end a conversation.
Right.
And then he hangs around a lot. Like he was there, you know, at my appearance for like 2 hours.
Right.
And he waited for me till I got out, and he like followed me to the corner. I mean, he's a nice guy,
Yeah.
but he just doesn't know
When to
go.
stop. Yeah. When to like it's over. Like he's being annoying.
Like, what do you do for a living?
Well, I work for an accounting firm for administration.
Right.
You're not doing somebody's accounts.
No.
Oh.
What do you do? Like deliver the mail?
Something like that.
Yeah. You want to come down here today?
Yes, I would. I would love to. I would do anything for you.
What time can you get down here?
I could get down there by 8 o'clock.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
No way. Have you ever gotten laid?
No.
Oh.
What's the furthest you ever got with a girl?
Never. I had not had a girlfriend in a long time.
Right. I know you
But
think this is a goof.
kissed a girl, right?
It's not a goof.
Yeah, this guy really talks like this, right? I mean, you saw him for over 2 hours.
Yeah, yeah. No, I met him a couple times.
You never even kissed a girl?
Once before.
Are you a fag?
No, I'm not.
Right, you should be.
What
With that.
difference would it make?
It's my real voice.
Wow.
It's my real voice.
Did you, ever go
Very
to
entertaining.
did you ever go to a doctor and ask him what's wrong with you?
Yes, I have. It's my vocal cords.
What's wrong with them?
Voice.
You what?
I have a high-pitched voice.
Yeah, I know.
And the last time I went to a doctor was like in the 1990. And there's a special surgery required for my voice to tune the vocal cords.
Yeah.
Right.
And if I had the surgery, it would keep me up during the surgery. So they could adjust my vocal cords. I could tell them when to stop.
Right.
But
What do you say, Robin?
He could go into surgery and they could adjust his vocal cords, but he'd have to be awake so that he could,
I think it's
test
worth
his
it.
vocal cords all the time
Yeah.
during surgery.
I would do it.
Why haven't you had it?
Why don't you want to do it? You afraid?
I'm too nervous to do that.
Right. Yeah,
You'd
he's
rather
nervous.
sound like this?
Yeah. I think we got a new character for the show.
Oh, my.
Hey! He sounds like Jackie.
Squeaky.
Hey, can you tell jokes?
I could try.
Hey, Nick, can you say, "Hey, Nancy, more lobster"?
Oh, can you repeat that again?
Hey, Nancy, more lobster.
Hey, Nancy, more lobster.
Yeah, that's Jackie. Not much different. All right, I want to meet you. Why don't you have him come down here today? Let him stop by. Yeah, maybe get on a Mike Walker game or something, with Riley. Okay, great. All right, dude.
I could be there at 8 o'clock.
All right, hurry up.
All right.
See you later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boy, does he have a mom? Where does he live? Does he live alone?
I don't know. We'll find out when he gets down here. Gary said it's the funniest goddamn thing you ever saw because he's like 6'1", 275. The guy's a wall.
So I expect this.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey!
No scam.
No scam, none. There's nothing scamming about it. I know it sounds weird, and
Really?
I knew when you heard it on the phone, everyone would be saying, "Oh, this guy's putting us on," but he is not.
We got work for him.
Yeah.
Hello, hello. I can see him at press conferences.
Yeah. I think he lives in Queens, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's unbelievable.
How old is he? We got to find out everything.
Yeah, we'll find out everything. What?
You are
Let's
stupid.
bet.
Oh, let's bet.
Now forget what the bet is.
He's 18 or you think he's 15?
Every minute, he loves to bet.
He's a
That's
gambler
why I
now.
stopped myself.
Yeah.
What would you guess his age?
I would say he's about 28, 30. I don't know, something like that. It's hard to tell. I mean,
With that
the voice is so bizarre. He's back. What?
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll be there at 8 o'clock, all right?
Yeah.
I just want to say I love K-Rock and I love you especially.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you something. How old are you?
27.
Oh, I was right. 27, I said.
You said 28.
Did I? All right, come on. That's pretty good. I bet you can fight. I bet you've gotten into a lot of fights.
No, I had not been in a fight at all.
Really?
No
I'm
fight.
serious.
Do people goof on you all day?
Sometimes, but I could take it.
Right.
You live at home with your parents?
No, I live by myself.
Wow.
He's got his own pad. He's got the
And
bachelor
still
pad.
no girls to come up.
Yeah.
Still no girls to come up.
Hey, you got to hear this. I get a letter the other day from. This will blow your mind. I get a letter yesterday from a guy in prison.
Yeah.
Guy's in prison for like 18 years. So I'm figuring he had to kill somebody.
Right.
Or do something really heinous. All right. Now you talk about guys.
Nobody goes away for very long anymore. He must have really done something awful.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the guy who almost killed the Central Park jogger, he beat her with a stone and raped her and left her for dead. He did 7 years. He's getting out today.
Yeah.
He did 7 years. So, this is mind-blowing to me. This guy writes me a letter, tells me he's in prison for 17 years. A couple of days he's in prison. They let you make phone calls, but since he has no money, he has to collect phone calls. He has nobody to call. He just randomly dials a phone number, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Gets a woman on the phone. He's now married to her. He's in prison for 17 years.
You know one of those kids that kill their mothers? What are those guys' names? The two brothers?
The Menendez brothers.
Yes. One of them got married.
Yeah.
He and his wife are having marital problems because she caught him having, phone sex with somebody else.
That's what I'm talking about. Some guys are just good at it, and this guy can't get laid. I meet guys who can't get laid all the time, and I'm going, dude, this guy's in prison making phone calls. There are desperate chicks out there.
That's right.
And the guy now is complaining to the prison because he can't get conjugal visits. He wants to start a family.
Ugh. We don't need that. Society does not need
Well,
that.
thank God the prison is got their head on straight.
Yeah, but there's some prisons that are giving
I
conjugal
know.
visits.
It's weird, man. But this guy,
What's the good of locking people up?
this guy can't get a conjugal visit because probably he married her while he was in jail. So, you know.
Does that make a difference?
Yeah, I think you got to be married when you go in order to get a conjugal visit.
I don't think the laws are that clear.
No, yeah, they are. I've been in prison. I've done hard time. So, you know, that's that. That's how wild it gets.
And you can't get a girl.
Yep.
Make random phone calls.
Yeah. Hey, you wearing a dress?
No, I'm not.
All right. All right, so get down here.
All right, let me take a shower. Get the hell out of here.
Let me ask you something. Is it weird, like, when you call, do you ever order a pizza over the phone?
Yes, I do want a pizza over the phone.
And do they think you're goofing? Do you think they think it's a phony phone call?
No.
I can't imagine they really show up. Because, like, if some guy called me and I'm working at the pizza shop and I hear, hey, get me a pizza.
Hey, that's easy. I could do that also. Hey, send me a pizza.
Right. And then, or do they ever, do people ever ask for you to put your father on because they think you're a little kid?
No.
No, okay. All right,
Do
hurry
you
up.
think you're a woman?
No.
Do you have normal-sized testicles?
Yes, I do.
No, we'll find out.
Okay.
All right.
How come he's never gone to a prostitute?
I don't know. I'm going to try that one day.
All right. Hold, come on down.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
How long would you wait if you were 26 and never had a woman?
I think I might go to a whore. I really would.
He's like, I might try that someday.
I mean, I say all the time, hey, I never paid for it, but...
Because you didn't have to.
Yeah, right. I probably would have if I had to. We'll be back right after these words.
Nobody should complain. If you do not like it, turn them off.
Yeah.
Like that's a high-pitched voice guy.
It's unbelievable.
Does he have a name?
Yeah, I suppose he does.
Somebody gave him a name.
All right, this guy, believe it or not, is on the level. He is 6'1", 275 pounds. Okay? 6'1", 275 pounds. His name is Eric. That's his name. And you got to hear this guy's voice.
Is he coming in?
Yeah, bring him in. This is him. You're not 275, are you? Yeah, maybe you are.
Yeah.
Look at the size of him. It's like Baby Huey. And he's wearing this shirt that says, Chicks Dig Me.
Oh, God.
How you doing, man?
Good, how are you?
And it's not a goof. That's his voice.
It's my real voice.
Yeah, and you've never gotten laid.
Never got laid before in my whole life.
Right, and you tried to, because he
Do
goes...
you ask girls out?
I do, but it never works out.
This guy...
Can you put him in a singles bar with a camera?
I swear to God, this guy is on the level. And you're saying you could fix your voice if they kept you awake. This is the part that freaks you out, being kept awake. If they kept you awake, they would work on your vocal cords.
Yes.
Then they can hear how they're lowered, but
And they
you're
could
afraid to
tune
do it.
them, yeah.
I'm afraid to do it.
You think it'll be too painful?
Yes.
But didn't the doctor tell you he'll anesthetize you?
Well, the doctor said if they keep me up and they tune my vocal cords, and what happens was if I had the surgery done, they said my blood could clot, and that's what I'm scared of.
Really?
Yes.
I don't know, man. If I was you and I hadn't gotten laid and I had that voice, I'd take a chance on my blood clot, and I swear to God I would. What is it, Baba Booey?
Somebody must have dressed him today, Howard, because he looked so much more normal than he did on Saturday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Well, Saturday, when you have like the baseball cap and all the fan stuff on, and he was carrying like a bunch of bags, he just looked weirder on Saturday.
Well, maybe he's dressed for work
In fact,
today.
even his hair's done and
He
stuff.
doesn't look so weird.
No, not at all.
As a matter of fact, I think this is a guy Hank the Dwarf could laugh at.
Yeah.
You know, Hank the Dwarf has gotten laid.
Hank's freaking out because his vodka's in here, and I won't let him in to get it.
Oh, really? No, that's good. It's going through withdrawal.
Big time.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so with this voice, you're a super fan of the show, is what you're saying?
I'm a super fan of the show.
Yeah,
How long you been listening?
Quite a few years.
You sound a little like Jackie the Joke Man Martling when he gets upset.
I love all of you.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, super fan of the show, Robin.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know that I could get him laid, but I knew you had to see this guy because I knew you didn't think it was for real.
Well, there he is.
Yeah, and that's his voice.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Say, rightio.
Rightio.
Oh, man. I tell you what, maybe we'll have you go cut some IDs and stuff because your voice is hysterical.
You don't want to put him on dial-a-date?
No way. No one's going to go out with him. You know, you're not that bad looking a guy.
Yeah,
I'm not.
You should get a date.
He's got a girl for crackhead Bob.
Now, what's the story on you, though? I mean, you go up to women. They must think you're decent looking.
Well, I know a girl for like 15 years since I went to sleepaway camp, and her and I dated, and she broke up with me.
Because of your voice?
I think so.
Yeah. You see, because I think a guy like you're not... I've seen lots of guys on Long Island who look like you. And
They all have girls.
They all have girls.
And that's what I have to try to work on. Get a girl for myself.
Right. And I think that probably the voice freaks him out. Is there any way you can try and force it down? Can you try and lower it? Let me hear.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Amazing. Does anyone else in your family have this affliction?
No. Just me.
And your mother? She must sound like you, too.
No, she doesn't.
No, she has a deeper voice than you.
Yes.
All right. And when people call you on the phone and they think they have a little kid on the phone, is that it?
Not really, because they know who I am. And
yeah, but don't some people...
But strangers, if you got a stranger.
Don't they think you're a woman? Do they say, ma'am, can I speak to the man of the house or something?
Oh, yes, that happened like 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Howard, like when you call up for like airline tickets or when you call for, do people think you're goofing and just hang up on you?
Well, once before I called for reservations at a restaurant, and they called me a woman.
They did?
Yeah. Yes.
Believe me, you should be in a dress with that voice.
Don't you think it sounds like a prank phone call?
Yeah.
When he calls?
Ever been stopped by a cop and he thinks you're goofing on him?
No, not at all.
So what you say is, this is your real voice. You've had this. It didn't change it. You probably thought it was going to change your puberty, and it didn't.
Right.
Right. And every time you go out with a chick or you try to ask a chick out, they think, hey, man, this is just too goofy and weird, and I don't want to get started with it.
That's right.
Right. Well, there you go. Here's the guy's life. Here's the summation. I would get the operation. I mean, that would be me.
Sure.
You know?
Well, I'm too nervous to do it.
Right. I see. Well, all right, so you got to go through life with this affliction. I'm telling you, you could have a normal life. What kind of job do you have?
I work for an accounting firm for the administration department.
Right.
Yes.
And Gary told me you were retarded. He thought you were retarded because when he heard your voice, he figured you're retarded.
Yeah. I see. He's coming across much more normal now.
Yeah.
You know what it was? It was the outfit and the sweaty hands and the voice.
What was the outfit?
It was just, he had like a baseball cap on and like a funny shirt. He just looked weird.
And he kept following you and talking to you?
Like he came and got an autograph at, say, like at like 10:30 in the morning, and it was from 10 to noon, and then he just stood in front of the store till noon and waited for me to come out and then walk with me to the corner to tell me how much he wanted to be on the show, and he kept shaking my hand.
It was like a chicken love.
Yeah, he was like, so I figured, who's got that kind of time on a Saturday? Except somebody who's a little slow.
Yeah, but you're not slow, you say?
No, now he seems much more normal.
Yeah, he seems pretty normal.
See, the way I was dressed, I was wearing a pair of shorts and my new 92.3 K-Rock T-shirt.
Right.
And I walked in. I was so surprised to see Gary.
Right.
So that's what made me kind of excited. And I always wanted to come on the show.
Right.
So here I am.
Right. Why don't you go out with a girl who's deaf? Then maybe she would dig you.
Yeah, there you go.
Now I'm trying to think of stuff
Hang
for him.
around at a deaf school.
Right.
Well, if someone can hook me up with a girl, I'll be more than happy to go out with someone.
It's like, now it's my responsibility. Hi, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Dimitri.
Dimitri, you're a woman?
No, I'm not a woman.
You're a man?
Yes. I'm not like other person who just call in, but I am man. I'm Russian.
This sounds like a woman.
What?
You sound like a woman.
I don't know, I'm Russian.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want?
What?
What do you want? What can I do for you?
Oh, yeah, well, sometimes you can be very insulting. You were insulting to my friend once. Then you remember a couple of days ago the Indian caller and you make fun of him, right?
Right.
Well, you can be very funny sometimes, I have to admit.
Honey, let me tell you something. This is America you're now in. Don't call up here telling me what I should and shouldn't say. This isn't the czar running this country. All right? This is a free country. I can say whatever I want. I can make fun of whoever I want. You better get used to freedom. You want to go to Russia? I'll have you deported.
Well, the service is looking.
All right, get out of here. Some kid.
Yeah, I don't even think it was a real accent.
Yeah. Big borscht face. Listen, you got a big problem with that voice. I don't know that I could get you laid.
You think that you couldn't get him laid?
I don't know.
Oh, I think you could.
You think?
You got Elephant Boy laid.
Oh.
Yeah, that's true.
And Elephant Boy's voice is funnier, and he's not quite as handsome as this gentleman.
Right. How old are you?
26.
26?
Yes.
Right.
Would you like to be a member of the Whack Pack?
I wouldn't mind.
You know what makes me nuts?
What?
I think I look younger than this guy, and he's 26. Now, am I correct or am I incorrect?
Well,
I would say if you put us side by side and asked a stranger,
Well, there's a good question.
and you said, who is younger, this guy or the other guy? I think I would win that contest.
I don't think you look younger, but I think the gap isn't what you wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't think you were that much older than him.
He looks like he's about 40.
I would say he looks like he's like 35 or 36 or maybe even 37.
Man, dude, you're out of shape.
I know. I got to start working out and get in shape.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I was born April 16th, 1971.
Right.
So I'm 26, and I have a lot of good life ahead of me, and now I got to try to work on getting a girlfriend.
Right. All right, here's a girl for you. You want to date this guy?
Yeah, I would go out with him.
Why?
Why not? Just to get him laid. I mean, how old is he?
Yeah, what are you, a hooker?
No, I do telepersonals, and I do, erotic talk on the phone.
Dude, why wouldn't you go to a hooker?
Did you call me dude?
Not you. Dude, Eric.
Yes.
Why wouldn't you go to a hooker?
Because you can't trust them.
Trust them to do what?
What, to get you laid?
Yeah.
Sure you can.
Well, I like to be clean, you know. And,
All right, so you're afraid of disease.
Yes.
Like, if you hadn't gotten laid your whole life, would you be afraid of being ripped off once? I just keep going to him.
Yeah, I'd go to I would save up and go to a high-priced call girl.
Why not?
And wear 12 rubbers.
Give yourself a birthday present.
I mean, to be 27 or 8 years old and never been laid, that's got to be killing you.
Well, I live right in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. I can come over anytime.
Can you have sex with them like today?
Well, after, 5 o'clock when I get out of work.
I don't understand something about a woman like you. I mean, don't you have to see a guy? I mean, don't you want to see a guy before you agree to...
Howard, I've been listening to you for the longest time, and I heard you say he's not that really weird looking or anything, so I believe you.
Right. And you're good looking?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely. Let's put it this way. Guys are always hitting on me.
Really?
What do you look like?
I'm about 5'5", I weigh 108 pounds. I have like a 34B. I'm really cute, long hair.
How old, 40?
What?
How old are you?
No, I mean, the reason why I did call in is because I have such an obscure voice, and, I'm only 29, actually.
This is a guy.
What?
No.
Dude.
See, I knew it.
I know. I was going to say, there's something wrong
My name
here.
is Glenn from Greenpoint.
I told you no girl's
You
gonna
want
do
this
it.
guy?
No, you stupid.
Does that mean you're not going to go out with him?
All right, I'll go out with him.
All right.
Dude, hey, listen, Howard.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you left me there. Hey, you're the best in everything.
Oh, shut up. Stupid. Yeah, I'm the best,
Yanking
all
this
right.
poor guy around.
Yeah. I got great tapes of Jackie and John's wedding, that whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah, we haven't heard Jackie sing.
I haven't done that.
Jackie
So many
didn't
good
marry
tapes.
John.
I had so many things I have to get to, It's just one of those days. I went out and asked people if, it's just too much to get to. I have so many cool things, and Rosie Perez is stopping by, and...
She should be here any second.
Yeah, all right. I tell you what, if any girls, you want to go hang out, man, maybe some girls will call. If you want to just hang out here or something, maybe we'll get you one, all right?
All right, cool.
All right.
By the way, let me tell you something. I love Jackie's voice. I can do his voice.
Right.
Hey, Nancy, let me have some more lobster.
You don't have to change it.
Yeah, right. He's going up a register. Yeah, Pippi, you want him?
Yes, I want him very badly.
I don't understand you broads who, just hear a guy on the radio with a weird voice like that, and then you want him. You guys have got to be...
First of all, the reason I want him is I'm bored out of my mind.
Wow, where were you when I was in high school? Are you hot?
Well, no, to be honest, I don't think his voice is that. I'd rather date a guy with a voice like that.
All right, be honest with me. I want you to...
Gorilla.
Wait a second. I want you to be totally honest with me.
Yeah.
Answer every question. Are you a slob?
No.
Are you a slut?
Wait a minute. I'm a slob as far as, yes, I have stuff all over my floor.
No. Are you a slob, physically?
No.
Are you a slut?
I have had that past. I have had that stigma in the past, though I am born again celibate.
All right, so you're a pig.
No.
Who's a slut?
Wait a second.
And she's born again celibate?
Yeah.
A-S-L-U-T.
All right.
Pippi is not one anymore.
Pippi?
Yeah?
Is that your name, Pippi?
Yes.
Did you just talk about yourself in the third person?
What?
Did you just say Pippi is not a slut anymore?
Right.
Now, why would you call yourself Pippi?
Because I'm running for president, and presidents always refer to themselves in the third person.
Now, there's a pig you got to go out with.
You can get laid, just don't fall asleep with
I
it.
have met you.
You want to know something? If I was 27 years old, I'd do her. If I hadn't gotten laid before, I swear I'd do a method patient.
I'm telling you, I like this guy because he's got a high voice. But
Yeah, I've done screwballs, I'm telling you. I've done it. I've done it. I was in college, man. I've done screwballs. I've done girls, Robin knows this, who are in mental hospitals now. Gary, am I lying?
Met him?
Yep.
I met him.
You lose, they become rocket science.
Right. I have done girls who are now committed to homes, mental asylums.
Howard?
And I'm not proud of it. I'm not saying that that's a great accomplishment, but I've done it.
Sometimes you have to go there, right?
That's right. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I think that probably everyone sounds sort of off to you. All right, so let me get this straight. How old are you?
Me?
No, don't say me. Just answer the questions.
Okay, I'm sorry. I have a hard time hearing.
I know.
Well, then he's perfect for you.
You better be very hard of hearing.
I have a hard time hearing.
Sweetie, how old are you?
Sweetie, I'm in my early 30s.
All right, so you're 40.
I am not.
Right,
You're trying to put things on me. I am not.
Imagine these two together.
I
Howard,
resent that.
Are you what?
I just don't understand one thing. She's born again celibate, but
Yeah.
she's going to sleep with him.
Yeah.
How's that going to happen?
Because she's born again celibate because nobody wants her.
I am not 40. You are making me mad. I am in my
She's having an argument from a half hour ago.
I know. She's a nut.
No, I had. All right, if you want to know, now it's going to get out. I had sex last week for the first time.
All right,
I
Pee-pee.
hadn't had it in a year.
Pee-pee.
Pee-pee.
What? Yeah. Pee-pee, let me ask you something.
I don't pee.
Have you ever been committed to a mental institution?
No, but I tried to check myself into Beth Israel once.
All right, and they rejected you.
No, they didn't because my friend lied.
All right, listen to me.
Let me off the street.
This guy's a real loser. We're not disguising it.
I'm a loser too.
Right. You want her?
I'll meet her.
I'm good looking. I'm not kidding.
Oh, I gotta meet her.
I could give you 3 references.
Sweetie, where do you live?
Sweetie,
All right, Pee-pee.
I lived in New York, but I'm on a hiatus.
From?
Life.
I'm in Maryland.
All right, look. This guy's here. If you want to go out with him, I'll videotape that.
Yeah, just get your butt up here.
Yeah, and then we'll have like one of those love connection sessions where you two will come on.
Is actually doing the act?
Yes.
Will it be get close up like when
Yes.
you zoom in?
Yes.
That's right, and then it'll be in the video stores.
Right.
Now,
I'm going to be uptight. No, we won't videotape your actual sex, pee-pee.
why not?
Well,
Oh, you want us
oh,
to?
you want it? Then we'll do it.
No, I really would like that for my grandkids.
Describe
Do I have grandkids?
describe the way you look to Eric.
What?
Not that
Okay.
it, yeah.
I have the prettiest hair in the world.
We don't care about that. How tall are you?
Okay. Now you are a fascist about height. I am 5'3", but I always wear the highest. I don't like this word because my sister might be listening.
Half me pumps.
Sluttiest shoes. Like they're always like 4 inches.
All right, you wear slut shoes.
Yeah.
All right, because you're a little pig.
I am not a pig.
All right, so then you have you're a pig.
Robin, help me.
There's nothing to help. She knows you're a pig too.
You're making me mad.
You're 5'3". You wear 4-inch heels. How much do you weigh?
I weigh 110.
Okay, and how big are your chests?
See, now this...
Come on, just out with the information.
Quickly answer the questions, Pippi.
Quickly, I have so many people trying to get on this show.
Okay. You want an answer? I'll give it to you.
Yeah, Pee-pee.
36 double D.
Okay.
You're going to think I'm lying. I'm not.
All right, Pee-pee.
I have a friend you could call.
All right, Pee-pee, you got 36 double D.
Pippi!
And you are 110 pounds. You're 5'3". You wear slut shoes. Do you wear panties? Do you wear panties?
Yes, and I wear tampons when I have my period, too.
Thank you for...
What are you, Kreskin? How did you know my next question? And do you wear bras or you don't?
Wait, do I wear bras?
Yeah.
Brasiers?
Yeah, or are you proud of your breasts?
I wear brasiers.
All right, okay. Do you want this? You want to go out with her? I'll let you do it. You going to give this guy sex?
Look, it's my
Listen, you little slut. Are you going to give him sex?
I want to do it with him.
You do. All right. So you want to do it with her?
Yeah, I'll try.
What does he look like?
What's the difference? He's a guy.
It matters, because, you know.
Oh, now you're going to turn him down?
No, I'm not. I just want to know.
He looks like Tom Cruise. All right.
If I meet him, I'll know he's not a serial killer.
Go ahead. What do you want her? You want her?
Yeah, I'll try her.
Yeah. I mean, don't tell me you're going to be choosing.
Does he like to be dominated?
Oh, God.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
He sounds like a woman. Of course he does. This guy at this point would like to be doing anything.
As long as he'll let me boss him around, we're there.
All right, you little whore. Hold on, and I'll put John on with you. All right? Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Are you a little whore?
I am.
Okay, good. All right, hold on. All right, dude. Well, there, I'm going to get you laid.
All right, cool. I can't wait.
Yeah, you lucked out. Hey, you know what? If we got a bit where we write like a Mickey Mouse bit, and you can be Mickey Mouse.
Oh.
Hey, Mickey, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
No, you don't have to change your voice.
I'm doing fine.
Yeah. All right. This is Eric. He's got a high voice. He came down here, got you a girl, got you a little pig.
Pippi.
Yeah. Pippi, Pee-Pee, whatever. Pippi the pig.
Well, I can't wait to meet her.
Who, Pippi the pig?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And I got to take a break. I really do. Rosie Perez is going to stop by and say hello to us.
Oh, what a day. What a week.
And there's so many things going on. I just can't even begin to tell you that I have to keep the show moving, Robin.
Howard Stern's nationwide radio show. Howard Stern. Monkey Love with Howard Stern.
Yes.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
That's right, honey.
Oh Jesus God, I love you! Oh my God! Is it really?
That's right.
Oh my God!
Is this one of the...
Oh my God! Is this Robin?
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
Hi, this is Kurt Loder. Howard Stern won rock star fame armed only with a pair of loose lips. The idiot simply rambles on and on without editing, without shame. Sick is sick. Stern is certainly among the sickest. He's the devil himself, a racist, sexist, everything elsist. Disgusting, useless, ridiculous, hurtful, an unusually tall man with an unusually big mouth.
All right, Suge Knight is a guy who was in jail.
He's a rap mogul who went to jail.
I hope Suge kills Dave. That'd be funny.
Sure.
And wasn't he with Tupac when Tupac was shot?
Yeah, Suge Knight was running a record company called Death Row. Then they sent him to jail because a lot of his business associates, he had to beat him up because they don't listen. They wouldn't pay attention to him. And they weren't doing what he said.
Really?
Well, it's very hard.
Who was he beating up? People who were on his record label?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just beating up guys on his record label.
That's allowed.
Who knew that was against the law? No, he was just like beating up other record company guys. Who cares about them? He was beating up Vanilla Ice. Who cares? Vanilla Ice deserved it.
He deserved to be.
He did. Behave like a white man. Do you know how to talk to a black guy like Suge Knight? Dave?
I can try. You know, we'll try talking to him. I'll try rapping with him.
Ebonics?
Do you know any Ebonics?
Well, I could say something like, hey, DL, up on the heezy for some sheezy. I'm off to the meat track for show. You feel me, dog? I'll roll a bone up in this piece. Let's blaze this, Howard. We'll try it.
All right, Dave. You sound like
you sound like you're ready.
Yeah. You sound like you're ready to rap. Yeah, what is it, Gary?
We need one more minute for Mr. Knight. He's in the bathroom shaving his head.
Shaving his head?
He couldn't do that before he got here.
Why is he shaving his head?
I don't know.
Collect everything.
He's just a few more minutes.
Wow.
I'll let you know.
I wonder if he still has money.
Oh, yeah. He still has his record company.
He does? Didn't all the guys he beat up sue him and stuff?
I don't think so.
I think he was running the label from jail.
Yeah.
Really? Was still very successful.
Wow.
We got to ask him about Michael Jordan, Howard.
I don't think anybody's sued him.
What about Michael Jordan?
His wife is divorcing him, and he says he's only worth $70 million. That's one smart black brother. Hide that money, brother. More power to him. That's why I'm not married.
I know, it scares you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to wait for Suge to shave his head.
Can we get a camera on the... How are our guests prepared?
What is it, Casey?
Another update.
Richie tried to go in there with a camera.
Yeah.
And
they beat him up?
I don't think Mr. Knight likes to get filmed when he's shaving his head.
What, are you afraid? This is our house.
What are you, a pussy? Go in there with a camera and tell him who's boss. He's in our hood. Don't take crap. You can handle it. Rosie O'Donnell's on the phone.
Oh, great.
Yes, Rosie?
Good morning, Howard. Hello, Robin. What cutie patooties we are this morning. I heard Evil Dave, and I had to call in.
Yes. Dave, meet Rosie O'Donnell.
Rosie, how you doing today?
I'm fabulous. I haven't seen you since the Evil Emmys.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Your jokes have been horrible all morning. Don't, oh, God, me.
Well, I'm sorry.
Rosie, you're so bizarre and you're so heavy.
Yes.
But you're leaving your show to do what?
To eat babies, Howard. What do you think?
All right, so this is a new announcement. You are leaving your own show in a couple of months to go eat babies?
Yes.
You're going to eat young children?
Well, I started this adoption agency for the stars, but when you have overstock, what are you going to do?
Okay, so there it
You
is.
can't get rid of all the babies.
I can't.
Will you eat all ethnic groups or just white babies?
Oh, yes, Howard, because it's like a variety of donuts. You get the little red children, they like cinnamon. You get the little black children, they like chocolate. And, of course, those white children are powdered delight.
Well, there you have it. Rosie O'Donnell is leaving her show to go eat children.
All the exclusives right here on our show.
Jimmy, you're on the air.
Yeah, I was calling about my herpes about like 2 minutes ago, but I just heard that thing about Rosie O'Donnell and I'd like to say a few words about that. I am her fiancé, or as you can say, her lesbian lover.
All right. Anyway, that's Jimmy, who's calling in with his own brand of humor.
You better stick to your herpes material.
Yeah, stick to your herpes material. Matter of fact, Infinity Broadcasting just contacted me and said that they're hiring him to do an afternoon show. They heard his talent, and they're going to send him off to San Diego, I believe.
Why not?
And within a month, he'll be syndicated.
I'm sure they can develop him into something.
Either that or he'll do overnights on K-Rock. Uh-oh, here he is with a freshly shaved head. Suge Knight. Just fresh out of prison.
Did they ever get the camera in there? That's what I want.
Did you ever get the camera in on Suge Knight to see him shave his head? I'd love to see that. How you doing, Suge?
Sit down, Suge.
Take a seat. Relax. Now you're in my hood. You're in my posse.
Can I have like a little cup or something, you know?
Little cup, please, for Mr. Knight.
He's got a cigar.
Yeah. Mr. Knight, Puffy.
Puffy?
Yeah, listen. Puffy, Pete Diddy, Snoop Dogg.
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre. All of these brothers dissed you.
Brothers, huh? That what they are?
Yeah, well, barely. I'm more a brother. They disrespected you.
Right.
When are we going to go get these guys, and how are we going to do it?
Wait a minute.
Let's
hold
get it. No, come on.
Well,
when are we going to get them?
Well, basically, ever since they've been music witness protection program, I haven't seen any of them.
Right. Have you seen any of these guys who were... Listen, Snoop Dogg was... You started him off.
Right.
You fronted the money for him.
Right.
You got him into the rap business.
Right.
Well, that is what record companies do, right?
Yeah. You signed him from the ghetto.
Right.
Nobody else wanted him.
Also, when he was getting ready to go to prison, I put up $4.5 million to make sure he didn't go to prison.
You put up $4.5 million so that
it's bail money, right?
And lawyer fees.
And lawyer fees.
Right.
How did he pay you back?
By acting like a bitch.
He's a bitch.
Right.
And you're not afraid to say it.
Oh, that's real talk.
You're a real gangster. You actually did prison time. These other guys don't do prison time.
Well, you know, when you really look at it, when Andre Bolson went to jail, he never even went to county jail. He had a situation where he beat up a girl. They was tired of him beating up girls, so he both went to county jail. He broke down, folded up like a lawn chair. So we did a very special thing the lawyers did with the judge. They allowed him to go to Pasadena County Jail, and they had like a TV in the bed. He went there for a few hours and left, so he never went to prison.
You were saying on this show that Dr. Dre, so-called gangster rapper, only went to jail for beating a woman.
Only went to jail for beating. He didn't even go to jail because he couldn't go to county jail because...
You have color TV in county jail.
Yeah, he couldn't even go to county jail. The county jail is totally different. So they had a special program set up for him that he would come in like early in the morning, sits in his room with the TV. He wouldn't see no contact with no other inmates. Mm-hmm. Nobody could see him. And then he would leave and come back. And that
he got to leave jail.
He got to leave jail.
He never even went to jail.
When you were in jail, did they let you leave?
You were on lockdown, I think. Weren't you?
Weren't you in lockdown?
The thing it wasn't even jail. It was just a thing a slap on the wrist.
Will you kill all these guys? Will you kill Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and P. Diddy?
Well, you know, one of the things I would absolutely not do that, because one of the things you got to realize is this: it's more painful for these guys to be around and not be around, because every day they get up before they even brush their teeth.
You can't say that.
I thought it was a Howard Stern.
No, you can't say that, Suge. This is not prison, my brother. By the way, assalamu alaikum.
Nice looking sister too.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. I think you're talking to me.
No, anyway.
Yes.
Anyway, excuse the foul language. Anyway, before they get up and do anything they feel they have to do, start their day, they look down, they look around, and before they go from their corner, leave their house to the gas station, they got escorts. Police escorts.
Really?
Right. Everything is just all hectic. So it's not really a life. They like doing time more than I was doing time.
Mr. Knight, let me ask you a question. You're the
Wait
head
a minute. First of all, I really need to know why he was in jail.
He was in jail because he...
No, he's here. He can tell us.
All right, go ahead. Let me just sum up, because there's a million questions we got for you.
Right.
All right. You're the head of the record company. You're still a wealthy man, right?
I believe so.
Right. You're a millionaire.
Yeah, I can say that.
Right. And you come out of jail, and all of your major artists have defected. Do you call them right away and set up a meeting as soon as you get out of prison and say, listen, you bitches, you better come over to my posse or I kick your asses? Or something like that. Is that what you said?
No, what I did, I moved forward. I got Crooked Eye, I got PB, I got Eastwood, I got...
You signed new artists.
Signed new artists. See, one thing about rap is a young man's sport.
Yes.
That's what people don't understand.
Yes.
Once a guy get to being 30-something years old, married with kids, and he don't live in the ghetto, and he ain't surrounded, he ain't street no more, you can't understand it.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
So it's really for the young guys who's off the block, who's out the mud.
Right.
Once these guys get to be a certain age, it's really over anyway.
I see.
Half of these guys, I don't have anything about, against gay people or nothing. It's just I can respect the person who's gay who come out and say they's gay.
Right.
Then you got your choice. But the other guys,
a lot of the rappers are gay and they don't admit it.
Yeah, 95% of them is closet cases.
Right.
Come on, 95%?
I wouldn't say 95% because I don't know all of them. I know I know the ones who's on our label was like that.
Isn't it true?
Names.
No, don't name names. Isn't it true? Isn't it true that when you got out of prison, you called for a meeting with some of these guys, with Dre, Snoop, and all these guys, and they said they'd show up to the meeting, and you sat there and waited for them, and they did not show up?
Not only did they not show up, they disconnect their phones, and they buried themselves for a while. Right. And then just recently, Dre went to my PO and tried to get me violent, and he snitched on me. I haven't even seen the guy since I've been home.
You're on probation.
I'm on parole, baby.
Parole.
Parole.
I don't know the language.
Anyway, he went to my PO.
How many record company executives you know are on parole? Most of them should be, but...
The thing about it, he went to my PO, and they made a special case in my parole conditions by saying that he basically put a restraining order against me.
Who did this?
Andre. And only people I know you put a restraining order against somebody unless it's a battered woman, like a wife, a baby mama. I didn't know a so-called gangster rapper would go put a restraining order against another man.
Right. It's very... Because I know the way...
Is that why you're saying he's gay?
I'm saying he's gay because there's a guy named Bruce, and they've been sleeping together for years.
Oh.
And we had a meeting. We had these meetings in the red room, right? And once we had these meetings, you had to put everything on the table. Everybody had some drinks, and wouldn't nobody lie. Because if anybody get caught lying, it was always a consequence.
Right.
So Tupac stood up and said, I'm tired of this. Dre, you's a faggot. Dre said, first of all,
right, I'm
not a faggot. He said, okay, well, then you're homosexual. He said, I'm not a homosexual. I'm bisexual.
These meetings are something
he
else.
said, you bisexual. He said, see, that's another thing I don't want to do. I don't want to be doing songs with a guy who's pounding other guys. And then Dre said, Pac, I thought you was smart. You still dumb. If I want to pound some to a woman, I'm a bisexual because I like to get my cheekbones blue out. I like to get pounded in the.
Oh my!
Well, let me just say.
What a meeting.
Let me say something about this meeting because you're bringing us into the inner workings of a record company. A lot of people aren't used to this.
Really?
A lot of us live normal lives. By the way, Evil Dave is so nervous that he's quiet.
How are you today?
Dave Letterman. I don't know if you ever.
Can I just say something, Mr. Knight, that I'm very pleased to meet you, and that I'm the head of the Ball State University chapter of the Bloods.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Oh,
look at Dave Letterman.
May I call you Mr. Niggas?
Niggas?
Yeah.
Hey, well, you know...
what about these white guys who say the word niggas?
Well, you know, I'm going to break it down to you like this.
Please.
I don't have respect for African Americans.
You don't?
For one, I'm not from Africa. I'm glad I'm not from Africa.
Right.
Africans don't like us.
Right.
And
absolutely,
even Africans don't call themselves Africans. If they from Kenya, they call themselves Kenya.
Right. There's no such thing as African.
You know, my whole thing is I ain't want all the other things. You know, I'm black, or you know, if I'm gonna call myself a nigga, I'm gonna call myself a nigga.
Right.
And if certain people say nigga, we might just have to have a little conference later.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. You're a white guy. You can't say. Were you saying nigger or niggas?
Niggas.
Niggas.
Yeah.
You better not say anything.
All right.
Dave,
I'm under contract.
That's right, Dave.
Do you have anything nice you want to say to Mr. Knight?
No, I don't know. I'm just wearing my, whatever. I'm very saddened by the death of Tattoo.
A tattoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted you to know I was very saddened by that. He certainly was a fine rapper. Oh, that child song brought shivers to my body and made me cry.
Tattoo recently died.
Yeah.
Who is Tattoo?
I don't know what he's talking about.
You know what he's talking about?
I don't know tattoos. You guys stands up or what?
I don't know.
Fantasy Island.
All right. Anyway, so I think Dave's going to have another heart attack.
I know. I think he's about to pass out.
All right. So when you talk about these private meetings between you and Dre and all the Tupac,
whoever
calling each other, that mean necessarily we got to.
This could be the dozens.
Yeah, it could be the dozens. You don't know that really Dre's doing that stuff. They're just ragging on each other.
No, we don't do that. One thing about Death Row. When we say something, we mean what we say what we mean. So we have a conversation or a meeting is what you put everything on the table. That what made our music different.
Right.
Because it had to be a situation where you got to believe in what you're doing and you got to be about what you're doing.
Right. So you went to jail because you supposedly beat up a bunch of people.
Yeah, I went to prison.
Yeah, prison. Yeah. Because you supposedly beat up a bunch of people.
Right.
There were other record company people and recording stars, right?
Well, is
that wrong to do? I mean, a lot of these guys don't listen, do they?
Yeah, I didn't understand the whole situation. The thing is, once again, it started at the studio, and it was over. Some guys came in, 2 guys came in,
right?
And they had both Andre done the song "Boys in the Hood."
Right.
They didn't want the song from Boys in the Hood because they said it was too West Coast, so he gave it to Easy.
Right.
Now the song blew up. Now it was years later. These guys felt that he owed them a song.
Right.
So they show up to the studio. They pimp slapped one of my producers, which is Andre.
They bitch slapped him.
They bitch slapped him.
They bitch slapped one of your producers.
Take one of the songs. Then they said they was going to use the phone. They was going to do what they want to do, how they want to do it.
So you had to step in.
The guys called me.
They disrespected you.
I show up. It's a guy and his brother. One of the guys weighed about 330. The other guy about 6'5", 6'6".
Yeah.
So it got to a situation that it was the battle of the beast. So obviously I got the better hand of them, and they told on me.
They called the cops.
They left.
Anybody try to mess with you in prison?
No, nobody never tried to mess with me.
Did you have protection in prison?
I got myself.
Did you get into any fights?
Well, some things you don't tell about, but
you kick some ass?
I always want to do a little of that.
Really?
But wait a minute, let me ask something.
Nice.
You said earlier that he was this was a violation of probation when he got into this fight. So why was he on probation?
A slight altercation before that.
Yeah.
A slight altercation.
Man has to fight.
Yeah, when I was young, my fists used to always have their way of trying to express themselves.
I see.
But now I'm more civilized, so that
you're now going to control. Just get other people to beat people up for you. Don't do it yourself.
Please. Don't make
you gotta realize one thing: in the '80s, in all the '80s are
it was a different
90s.
time.
It was a different time.
How great was it when you hung Vanilla Ice out the window by his ankles? That must have been fun. Come on, man. Share that experience with me. Was it great? That guy was whining like a bitch, right? How much fun was that? Describe to me what happened. You just knock on the door and you hung him out the window, or you let him cry for a little bit?
Had you been watching that movie with Lee Marvin?
What inspired you? That's brilliant. How did you do that?
I plead the fifth.
Why didn't you let go of his ankles and let him drop off the balcony?
I said, who is Vanilla Ice?
The white rapper.
Oh, that guy. That ain't Eminem, right?
No.
Okay.
All right, let me ask you something. So can you get high in prison? Can you get any kind of drugs you want?
I smoked cigars when I was in prison. I had a ball in prison.
You had a ball in prison?
Great time in prison.
Prison was fun, right?
Prison was a lot of fun.
I've never heard anybody.
I'll tell you why. If you're a brother who can protect himself, like someone like me, I would be raped, right?
If Howard, if you wouldn't keep it gangster, you'd probably be doing laundry and doing
laundry. Look at those hands; they can't do laundry.
See, Howard,
his hands have never done a day's hard work.
Howard, I know you'd keep it gangster.
Yeah,
but a lot of those guys, if they was gonna go to prison, especially some of these rap guys, they probably get into braiding hair and stuff.
Right, they'd probably be doing guys' laundry and shoes and stuff like that. Did you have your own prison bitches that would like weak
do your laundry?
Guys, weak guys who would do your laundry and do whatever your manicure or whatever you needed?
Well, I didn't get no manicures and pedicures, but I made sure I got my drawers and socks washed and my t-shirts clean.
And what is it, like the weakest guys have to do that stuff?
Well, hey, whoever's gonna be in the cell with me had to do laundry.
Really?
Wash the floors.
So prison ain't so bad because you have all your laundry done, as you say. You have all your amenities. Who was the guy who did your laundry? Was it a white guy or a black guy?
Whoever did the best. You know, prison is more of a...
Get a Chinese guy?
It's laundry.
How does prison work? In other words, you get there and then you size up everyone.
No, you don't do it like that. I mean, fortunately for me, when I took recruiting trip to go to college, all the schools I visit, I never seen anybody from my neighborhood. I never seen any of my homeboys. I might see one person that know you that you don't know in college.
Right.
Any prison I go to, I'm going to see a whole ton of my homeboys because...
It's college.
It's a reunion.
Yeah, exactly. But
that's your college.
Actually, it was really a privilege to me to see some of my homies that got life that would never, ever see the streets again. I was able to spend some time when we was able to hang out, talk a little bit, you know.
Did you discover any talent in the prison or any future rap stars?
Actually, I wouldn't even try to listen to no rappers or no singers.
Was everyone trying to audition for you in prison?
Definitely not. I was totally... See, one thing about prison, you in the mode that was going on. Once you're in the yard, the outside world don't mean anything to you.
Right.
You're dealing with... Your world is inside.
Right.
That's how you do your time.
If you start fantasizing about the outside world, it'll kill you.
Yeah, you be stressing all the time.
Right. So when you get to prison, you have to set yourself up. They assign you a cellmate. Is that correct? Did you have someone in your cell?
You have to go through like the strip search and everything first, though, right?
Yeah. Every time you go to a visit, every time you move, you finna strip down. So
they check your
balls.
Butt. Really, you have to show your balls and check your butt.
All that. But I'll be honest with you. If anybody lying to you, say that don't happen, they lying. My whole thing was I ain't finna been over and spread no cheeks, but I just go on and squat and let them know I don't got no drugs up in my butt.
Right.
Because my thing is a little too soft for that. Like I tell them, when I used to go and come back from visits, I said, well, I want a keister. I damn sure can't fit. It would have to be a woman or something.
Dave, pull your pants back up over there.
Yeah.
Look at him.
I just want to let him know.
Dave Letterman.
I just want to let Mr. Knight know that, people don't know my steez. I'd be up 125 with P. Diddley or P. Daddy or working the block like Magic Don Juan, Iceberg, Slim's full wheel, baby.
Dave, go shave your head. Leave me alone. Wait a second. So, Mr. Knight, you, when you were in prison, you get there, you set up your cell, you check out who else is there. Some of your brothers from the hood. Then what do they got? Like these white power guys, the racist white guys who all...
Anything you could think of is going on in prison.
Okay.
But one of the things I didn't do, when I was in prison the whole time, I cooked in my cell. I never went to chow. I cooked.
You cooked your own meals?
I probably ate the same thing every day. Top rolling, soup, maybe some rice, can of tuna, can of oysters.
How big was this cell? You had a pantry in it?
The cell is so small, the bunkers, you probably can't see. The bunkers probably,
What do you mean you didn't eat chow? Why wouldn't you eat in the dining room?
Well, you got to realize one thing. The prisoners who doing the time is cooking the food.
Right.
A lot of those guys are a little bit mad at the world. They ain't never going home, so it might be a little this in the food, a little that in the food.
What would you have, a hot plate?
No, what you do, you make a stinger. I used to make a stinger, and you can boil the water, or sometimes you can get a hot pot, and you can rig it to get extra hot. And you take your top Roman and you break that soup up and you throw a tuna in there. And
they let you do that?
No, they sell it at the canteen.
At the canteen?
Yeah.
No kidding. And so you had enough money where you could actually cook your own meal.
One thing about prison, you only can spend $140 a month.
And somehow you were able to get the food and $140 a month and eat all your own meals in your cell.
Well, somebody's gonna go without eating a little bit.
Well, wait a minute.
Did you drop
set
a lot
up
of weight?
Some kind of a business?
Yeah, I did. I mean, one of the things about prison, I was able to get my condition in my mind, condition in my body, and I got a lot of rest. It was, before I went to prison, even though I was working very hard, but I also party very hard.
And when but wait a second.
He said it was like going away to like a health spa.
Yeah, right. Now when you get in your cell, whoever's assigned to your cell immediately begins doing your laundry, or do you have to beat them up or something to get them to do it?
Well, I look at it like this, you
have to intimidate them.
No, I think it's a situation that they feel that, somebody got to do some cleaning around there.
Right.
Now, are you associated?
I would clean.
You would clean.
I would clean myself because who wants to stay in some filth? It's already small. It's already too small for one person, let alone two people. So the most important thing you got to do about your cell, the first thing you got to do is make sure it's clean.
Yeah. But are you associated with a gang?
Are you under the protection of a gang?
I need no protection for nobody.
But are you associated?
Are you associated?
Well, you know, I got love for my homies. I ride with my homies.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, that's a yes.
Other than that, you know,
in jail, you got to hook up with some kind of.
I understand.
It's a difference. You don't wait till you go to prison and to be and be involved with your homies. Just like some people go to prison and they turn Muslim or they turn Christians and they turn different things. And some people go to prison, they get up on a certain type of constitution. My whole thing is, I'm from my neighborhood. I stay from my neighborhood. Only person, see, one thing that people get the wrong idea about gangs and gangbangers. See, this is the difference. You know, you get your neighborhood's where you grew up at.
Right.
So you respect your neighborhood, you love your neighborhood, so you're gonna represent your neighborhood.
Right.
It's only one, and the reason why people are part of those activities in the ghetto because they live in the ghetto.
It's like inner city Boy Scouts.
Right, but it's only one person. Ain't quite that like that.
Yeah.
But it's only one person ever in the whole United States, especially L.A., that some people used to get jumped into the game. Some people used to be a part of the game. Some people was born into the game, so their family was a part of the game.
Right.
It's only one person that paid money to be involved in the game, and that was Snoop.
Snoop paid to be in the game.
You saying Snoop Dogg paid to get into the game?
Yeah, he paid to be in the game.
Wow.
He's still not in the game.
I've had Snoop on the show. He seems like a very nice guy. I've never met Dr. Dre.
You know one thing? I'm going to tell you something. I don't have nothing
a talented guy.
Snoop is a very, very nice kid.
Right.
If you talk to his mama, or if you talk to anybody that know him, when I met Snoop, the guy he used to wear a backpack on his back.
Really?
And his stage name was Snooper Duper.
Right.
Which he was dressed like the 5 Heartbeats. If you remember the first videos we done, like Deep Cover or G-Thing, he had the special ed haircut.
Yes.
Which this guy was a really, really nice kid.
Right. So you reinvented him.
So we gave him an image, true enough.
Yes.
And at one time, Snoop wanted to be a dime move, better yet a power rule. And a lot of people who really been around knew this. See, Snoop was a situation where he was, if you look back in the early days, he was wearing the red shirts and the burgundy shirts. One time on the Soul Train Award, he had the whole red flag on, Aunt Your Mama style. But one of the things, business is more important than anything. And I learned in this business that from Quick to Homeboy and all, but Quick started off as banging on his records. And then when somebody asked him what do TTP stand for, according to his interviews, he told him Total Track Production, even though it stands for Treetop Power Rule, and that really hurt his career. So I talked to Snoop. I said, listen, you can't go around being something that you totally different from the neighborhood you from.
Right.
You from Long Beach, right? He said, yeah. I said, what do they have in Long Beach? I said, well, they got 20s, they got Insanes, they got 19 streets. They don't have no blood, so you can't be a blood.
Right.
So therefore, pick one. I didn't know he was going to pick all 3. He went from Insanes to 20s to 19th Street back to 20. Snoop is really a nice kid.
Right.
The guy you guys...
So you're saying that if it wasn't... You had a lot to do with him developing this gangster image.
Well, you know, one thing about... Look at the record company. If Snoop would have been on another record company, he probably would have been doing a different style of music.
I see. Probably ballads or something.
Yeah, but you know, gangster rap is something totally different. A lot of things, it's not about trying to put any of the rappers down or trying to put anybody down, but the ball, strike a strike.
I got to take a break, and then we'll be right back. All right, so now you're out of prison. You're starting up a record company again. It's not called Death Row anymore.
It's called a Row.
Just called Row. And now you're back, and you're going to try to do business a different way, right? You're going to just go ahead and put out the music.
You can't beat up people when you have a disagreement.
You can't beat up people anymore, right?
That's not business.
Or can you?
That's not the way you do business.
That's not all right. There you go. You say you're rehabilitated.
I'm a changed man.
Right.
What
now,
about he was with Tupac when he was shot, right?
Yeah, Tupac was your man, right?
Definitely, that's my boy.
Who killed this guy?
Who knows?
Never gonna tell, huh?
Well, you know, one of the things everybody gotta understand, I am off the block. I do see our world is totally different than somebody else's world.
The white man's world.
You gotta look at it.
Yeah.
You got white world and you got the ghetto, right?
Right, exactly.
So you got the ghetto, you got the suburbs.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see a guy breaking somebody's car, snatch his radio out the car in the suburbs, somebody when the police show up, somebody gonna go and say, look, I seen that guy right over there, Larry, in the green shirt, who broke the window and took the radio out the car and went and put it in his car. Right. And I'm an eyewitness. And people call him an eyewitness.
Right.
In the ghetto, if somebody sees somebody break somebody's window, take their radio out their car, and the police show up and they say, I seen Larry do it. We don't call that an eyewitness. We call that a snitch.
Right.
A rat.
Yes.
A bitch.
Yes.
That's what we call it.
Well, now I get it. Dave, do you understand?
I just want to make Mr. Knight aware that, I've donated a considerable amount to the United Negro College Fund. And on behalf of your people, I voted for David Dickens. And I'm not even a resident of New York.
Okay, good. What you want to do is this. Like with me, true enough, everybody is our people, but all the ghetto is my people.
I think David Letterman here, in all fairness, but David Letterman is trying to bond with you. So go ahead, try and bond.
I'm going to try to bond with him, too.
Yeah.
In the ghetto,
he's trying to say something. Go ahead.
In the ghetto, I'm cutting him off at this point.
Go ahead.
In the ghetto, you got Mexicans, you got blacks.
Right.
Out here, you got Puerto Ricans, you got right?
Is he inappropriate?
But the whole thing about it is this. If you want to do something for the ghetto, go out there and personally give the money to the kids. Let the kids grow.
Dave, do you understand the difference?
Let's don't write a check. Let's go out there personally.
United Negro College Fund is not going to help anybody. You got to give a check to the people.
No, go to the ghetto.
Go to the ghetto.
Yeah, go to the ghetto.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that he, to Mr. Knight, he certainly has a lovely shade of skin. Absolutely no ash at all.
Wow. Well, that's a compliment. I think that should be taken as a compliment.
Yeah, I'm going to take that.
Yeah, right.
Thank you very much.
You really know how to talk ghettoese.
Oh, yeah. Well, give me an example.
Seems to know a lot about black.
Yeah, you seem to know a lot about black people.
Are you kidding me? I can roll hard anywhere. Catch me at Cali, at Roscoe's with Suge Knight. Suge, I'm sorry.
You know what?
I think in New Orleans with my nigger Master P. That's my dog. That's my dog, too.
Hey, so you and Master P was up here talking Ebonics, huh? So now all of a sudden you know what's going on.
Pete just watches I kick some game to Robin.
Hey, did Pete make you say, when he was hitting that or what?
You're quite, he is quite, let me hear you talk to Suge Knight in a rap style. Maybe he's something here. Yeah.
I'll give you an example. All right, this is to Robin. All right, Robin, you ready? Here we go. All right. What's up, Busy? Can I holler at you? Damn, baby, I'll hold it down for you. The block says, you got the good power, you.
Oh, wow. Right. Look at this guy.
You know, that's pretty good.
I don't even understand.
Bing, bing,
what do you think of Eminem? Is that what do you think of white rap?
Well, I don't see one thing about something. The ghetto is colorblind on a sense. If you really from the ghetto and you really doing those things you rapping about and you talking about, I can respect that.
Right.
If somebody else writing your rhymes, somebody else is you telling somebody else's story, that really don't mean nothing to me.
Do you know who the white man is that really grew up in the ghetto? Howard Stern.
I believe that.
And he has no rhymes.
I cannot rhyme though. That is the problem.
See, everybody in the ghetto is not a rapper. You got a lot of entrepreneurs in the ghetto.
That was me.
You got some people, I never rapped, I never sung, I never danced.
We won't be seeing you making an album, huh?
No, a lot.
But you understand the community and the talent in the community.
Even back in the day when people used to say certain things, like if they was talking to your man Dave over there, they probably would say he got a dizzick in his miz off and he
Master David.
That's what they probably
Master
would say.
David.
I'm the one, the black boys. Call Master D. There you go. I just like to say to Mr. Knight, I was one of the first white viewers of I Spy.
Oh, thank you. We all thank you.
Rap is something you express yourself. You got a lot of talent out there. Even like when we was, I feel that Pac was on a level was incredible. I mean,
he was a great artist.
What about Biggie?
Biggie was a great artist.
You're not really mad at P. Diddy, are you?
I mean, you know what?
Who
Everybody
cares?
said, whole thing about it, P. Diddy, P. whatever. You gotta really, everybody keep it. I know I probably sound like I'm repeating myself, but I really feel this way. We need to leave Puffy alone. Anytime a guy goes on national TV, express how much he loved this woman, how much he needs this woman, how much he missed this woman, and just do everything he can for this woman, and she turns around and drops you for a dancer.
What does that tell you?
What is that?
That lets you tell you the two things. Either he wasn't,
delivering
coming from the hip with it.
Yeah.
Or
right.
Or maybe she just wanted somebody she can just slap around. I thought.
Wow,
she can bitch slap every now and then. But then again,
is that embarrassing to?
Then again, I looked at it again. I got to start getting mixed feelings. I said, wait a minute, but Puffy a dancer too. So she probably said, wait a minute, what's the difference between having a dancer with a little money and a dancer with no money? She still have a dancer.
Right.
So pretty soon, I think J-Lo finna graduate from the dancers and get some,
So when you were in prison and you'd see that J-Lo broke up with P. Diddy, you would laugh at that. That's, in other words, it's very disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
Made him look bad?
Made him look a bitch.
Right.
If he go around, he promoted her, he helped her, he took us to a certain level, he gave her that ghetto credibility, and he was like telling he believed in her, he told her she can do it. And, from the rings, from the chains, and all those type of things, and they say she snitched on him, but I like J-Lo. I think J-Lo very, very good people. I think she got a nice look about herself.
Yeah. If she went out with you, she wouldn't be leaving you, would she?
If she went out with me, her whole attitude would be different.
Right. She would go out with you, and she would be satisfied sexually, I would assume.
I would take care of her
every way.
Sexually, physically, mentally, but the whole thing about it,
women don't leave you.
Well, wait a minute. Has he dated anyone famous?
One of the things you got to realize, I think any woman I date going to be famous.
Yeah, but, have you dated anyone that was already famous?
You got a positive attitude.
I got a positive attitude. I like J-Lo.
Have you dated famous women?
I seen the J-Lo sex tape.
You have?
Yeah.
Is it for real?
Wait a second. You've seen the J-Lo sex tape? Really? Who's on it with her? Who's having sex with her? P. Diddy?
No, she got some women, some guys,
Really?
And that's for real.
Is put it to you like this: Pamela Lee is PG.
Really?
After J-Lo.
Are you in this video? Did you star in this video?
No, I was in a penitentiary.
But how did you get it?
Well, certain things you just don't talk about. But I say,
really?
But out of respect to J-Lo, if you listen, I'm the one who didn't turn you over.
Well, that's very honorable.
Never be out.
How can I get it? Yes, Dave.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Mr. Knight a question.
Go ahead.
First of all, I think we should, prank call Puffy and put the fear of Jesus in him. And I'd like to ask him, where are all the white women at? Now, I'll tell you where the white women are at, pal. They're at Home Depot buying Windows treatments. That's
Windows treatment.
All right, listen. So what you're saying here today, if I can sum up, is your record label is back. In fact, the new album, the new Crooked album, is coming out soon. Crooked Eye.
That's the rapper.
We got
Crooked Eye.
We got Crooked Eye coming out.
Yeah.
We have Young Gotti, which is Corrupt, coming out, because Corrupt is back home, back on the road.
Okay.
As not only as an artist, but also as a little young entrepreneur who's doing great things. We got Eastwood. We got PB.
You got a website, therow.com?
Yeah, we do got one of those.
Yes,
do you have distribution?
Definitely.
Okay.
Got distribution you a little bit.
What about bitches in jail though? Can you get any women snuck in there until you can relieve yourself?
What I do, I got I got a appeals program that I pick out 1 to 2 inmates a year from the state, from the federal system, and the women prison. Actually, not the inmates, they convicts. Is a big difference. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people who's in prison deserve to be in prison. Some people don't deserve to be in prison. Some people got too much time. So I'm trying to do things also because a lot of these kids is missing their daddies. A lot of these women is missing their mothers. I mean, these girls.
No, I'm saying, did you have sex while you were in prison? Were you able to get women snuck into the joint?
No, you can't do that. I mean, every now and then, maybe officer might give you a little look, but I was cool on that.
No sex for how many years did you go without?
Well, I'm putting it to you like this.
Yeah.
When still today, if I go to the grocery store, I gotta stay away from the cosmetic sections because somebody might be trying on some lotion. If I smell some Jergens, I'm gonna get excited.
So what happened when you got out of prison? Did you have a go-to girl as soon as you got out of prison? You just banged her?
I think sex is like an art. You just don't go banging. That's the problem.
Really?
You gotta.
I know that, but a lot of these people in this room don't know that.
You got to be the most nastiest man in the world if you got a woman. Because if you're not doing something, somebody else will.
That's right. You got to. So you have a girlfriend now?
Is there a Mrs. Knight?
Is there a Mrs. Knight?
I'm gonna tell you like this. Yeah. I'm gonna bring her on, let her represent herself.
Really?
Yeah, I ain't gonna spoil and say it.
Will you give oral to a woman? A lot of black guys do not like doing that. They consider it. That's true.
Put it to you like this. To be honest with you, I'm a ball, striker. If that's, you can say ass on the station, right?
You can say ass.
If that's my ass. Mm-hmm. That's me, right?
Go ahead.
I will do everything that you think.
You don't have to look at me.
Wait. You'll do everything that.
Everything. I'm a.
You don't feel it's wrong for a gangster to do that to a woman? Give her oral?
No gangster feels that.
Just put you in a subliminal, rather.
I'll tell you like this.
Yes.
You know, hey, I'm pretty nice up under this sweater, Howard. You know, I break them up in the air. You know.
You will do it.
I ain't hammer. You know.
Right. But you wouldn't do that to some hoe. It's got to be your woman.
No, I ain't for do it. I ain't. You know. I know hammer. You know, hammer.
What is it, Dave? Yes.
I just
Go
want
ahead.
to ask Mr. Knight a question.
Because we're running out of time. Go ahead.
You know, first of all, you know, would Mr. Knight, I'd be honored if you take the time to buck Kai, my white mother. You know, Dorothy.
Whatever that means.
What, hit her up?
Would you do that? Yeah. Because she's dating this guy. I can't.
See, he knows how to speak this whole.
Yeah, we're out of the conversation.
That's probably one of the things that make things more interesting. Maybe if we had a problem one day, then I could be what? I'll be your stepdaddy?
There you go. And I just want you to know that I fully support the black man's right to suffrage.
Good.
Very good.
Oh, there you go.
I was very angry at the way Ginger was treated on that Gilligan's Island reunion.
Hey,
and I'm
Ginger
sure
was
Mr.
black,
Knight
huh?
shares my disdain about that.
Well, I don't know that he cares. I think he's got his own problems.
How much is Suge Knight worth?
Yeah, what are you
Did
worth?
you walk out of prison and go back to a mansion?
Yeah. Where do you live? What's your lifestyle?
Wherever I put my boots and lay my cigar.
You got a house?
I got a home.
Mansion?
One of the things, before we go, I like to give some shout-outs to, like, you know, some of the homies. And
how much are you worth now? Seriously. Do you have $10 million?
Ja Rule, we hung out last night at the club, the little homie.
Where'd you go? Scores?
You know what? Scores not bad.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
If you see what I see at Scores, I mean, it's a lot of guys who's married, wife be at Scores.
Right.
So either way you go, you're going to score if you want to. Either you're going to score with the strippers, or you're going to score with the guy wife who's lonely for that night.
That's right. What you do is you go and look and see who's at Scores, and you go to their house and then have sex with their wife. That's smart.
You know what I first thing I do? I go and I let my homies have a good time. You know, some of my homies, they be like, hey, they like big women.
You ever bang a famous chick? Seriously. Give me a direct answer.
One thing you can't do. I'm not big stupid.
Go ahead.
That's Shaq. I'm not going to get on TV and then big stupid say he hit Aaliyah and he hit...
you hit Aaliyah?
No,
he's talking about Shaq.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about you. Oh, you think he's being stupid. Okay.
I mean, you don't get on TV.
He says he hit Cindy Crawford.
Yeah, he hit Cindy Crawford. Cindy Crawford's husband should have hit him in the mouth.
Right. But he didn't want to go to jail, though.
Yeah.
So you don't talk about any women you bang?
One thing you gotta do, certain things you don't say. You don't talk about the kids.
Mm-hmm.
You don't talk about old people. And I believe it or not, I do have a lot of respect for women.
You do?
That's very, very
As
important.
I do.
I mean, because you got to realize one thing. A lot of these women is more tougher than some of these men.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of these guys is snitches and rats, and a lot of these women is...
You have a code of silence.
Code of silence.
Oh, I respect that.
But I'm riding with you, though, Howard. What's happening with you, though? You know, could we...
oh, I'm down with you.
You down with me?
Oh, absolutely,
and,
bro.
hey, you know, I was trying to do your show because I liked your show. One thing, you got the most popular show in the penitentiary.
That's right. Absolutely.
We had to set up a phone call that one time.
Yeah, we set up a prison.
We were on lockdown.
We set up. You were in lockdown and you couldn't call in, unfortunately.
I couldn't call, but I was so excited. I was like...
Did you run your record company from jail?
You know... Certain things is not legal. You can't run a business from the prison.
I see. All right.
You can't do, but you know what? I still was able to take care of my family.
Real quick questions. Aisha, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to wonder why he's so secretive about women. He say he let his boys go first with the women.
I didn't say I let my boys go first, baby. I said was when he was talking about a strip club. So I'm sort of graduated from that point where I got to go to strip club and get my rocks off. I said, if my homies want to go, I'll be sure to make sure they have a pocket full of hunters to have a nice time. It's not about being...
just let them go first so the bitch will be tired by the time you get to her so she don't want you.
Well, is that right? It's good. She's good. She don't want me, baby. But you know what, though? I appreciate that.
When you got out of jail, you weren't even running for none. You weren't even worried. Something wrong with you. You say 95% of the rappers are gay. That's because you hang with them. And you.
Yeah, exactly. I do all that. The only thing I don't do is... Hey, that's real good. But you know what? She probably is a man tripping.
I recognize your voice. This is Oprah, isn't it?
This is, baby.
Yeah, Oprah. All right. All right, let's go to Matt. You're on with Suge Knight, fresh out of prison, back being president of The Row. Yes.
Hey, how you doing, Howard?
Yo, what's up?
How did he start his business?
Not too much. It's nice to finally get through.
Yes.
I've been trying for a long time. Listen, I wanted to ask the guy a question.
Go ahead, ask already. You're boring me.
All right. What's going on with these black people calling each other niggers?
Well, you know.
I don't get that.
It sounds like Snoop to me, by the way.
No, really. I mean, seriously.
Well,
I mean,
you know,
people are
you
so
got.
offended.
Hold on, let me break this down. You got certain people call themselves certain things, like the woman who just called a little while ago. See, if people say we shouldn't say certain things on records. The first thing the bitch said was, "It's up the bitches up there. You want everybody to go for the bitch to be tired. What's wrong with the bitch?" I think it's freedom of speech. I think people should say what
people
they want.
People can say what they want. If a black guy wants to call another black guy a nigga, it's okay.
Well, if it's freedom of speech, anybody can call anybody a nigga.
I ain't saying it.
It just seems like they make such a big thing out of it. You know,
Should people fear you?
I think anybody who's not living right with themselves should fear something. I don't know if they should fear me, but maybe they should fear God and get.
Is there anything you're afraid of?
What am I afraid of?
Look at this, fearless. Would you go on Fear Factor?
You know what? I don't think I want to go back and be a child no more. I love my mama to death. I love my daddy to death.
You're afraid of childhood.
And even though I did things to deserve those whippings, I think I got more whippings. if it was 2002, the way my parents whipped my butt, they'd still be in the penitentiary from the 80s.
They beat your ass every day.
But you know, if it was good though, on the simple fact that I looked at it like this. Okay, if I broke a window, I know they really can afford to get the window replaced. So I got my butt whipped. I got my ass.
So you took a lot of beatings as a kid.
Well,
maybe that's where you learned to beat people.
Yeah,
maybe
but when I got to school, I had to take it out on somebody. I couldn't whip pops.
Right.
Damn sure couldn't
So
whip mom.
violence begets violence.
Yeah. Violence begets violence. So parents out there, do not whip your kids' ass.
I'm afraid, if you want to ask me that, I'm afraid of Evil Dave over there. Yeah. I'm afraid of what you might say.
I'm afraid of Oprah.
Everybody's got fears.
You know, a lot of times I gave the kids time out. Maybe your parents should have given you time out instead of a whooping.
Man, I got beatings.
Really bad, huh? Who's on the phone now? This is Anthony. Go ahead.
I got a few things to say here, Howard. I hope you give me the time. First, I'd like to say, goddamn that Abe Lincoln.
Goddamn Abe Lincoln.
All right. And number two, I called you before on numerous occasions when you had these rappers on. I think they're the worst addition to society ever. I think that these black guys have actually fronted themselves with these businesses that they have. They're, whatever they have, whether it's a record company or any other legitimate business to front their drug business. I think that these guys are full of crap.
Do you think this guy's fair in any way? Are you behind a drug business?
Are you fronting a drug business with a record company?
Yeah.
Definitely not. One of the things you got to realize is this. People have a lot to say, right? If you look at it, a lot of these businesses, a lot of these companies was built off of bootlegging money.
Right.
Before it was...
That's why I asked you, how did you start your business?
Bootlegging.
I start my business old-fashioned, black way. Get what you can, how you can. I didn't do anything illegal. And I did that. I was on a 10 years investigation by the government. And
you came out clean?
Came out clean.
Right.
You know, one of the things, all the snitches and the liars was just lying on me. And it goes to show that if you're doing the right thing, you win at the end. One thing you got to realize is, as far as the educational part, is that people don't understand. It's harder to do something illegal than legal, on a simple fact that if you're doing something illegal, you got to win every day. If you're doing something illegal, the police out only got to win once. But if you're doing something legit, you might have to put a little more work in, but it's going to be better benefits for you. So anytime somebody's doing something wrong, it catches up to you.
Dave, have you learned anything from this?
Yeah, I've learned, to fear Mr. Knight more than the IRS.
John,
I want to ask him a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good. I first of all, I just want to know that in his honor, I'm wearing my bring in your honor, sir.
Bring?
Yeah.
What's a bring?
Temporarily layoffs, good times. I think Mr. Knight knows what I'm saying.
All right, listen. One last question from John. John, go ahead.
Hey, Suge, holla, holla.
Holla, holla, holla.
What up? Yo, Suge, I just got to ask you, just between me and you.
Yeah.
Did you kill Biggie?
Did you kill Biggie?
Definitely not.
A lot of people seem to think you killed Biggie.
Definitely not. If time would have proceeded and we would have been around long enough, Biggie definitely would have been a death row artist. He was one of the greatest rappers in the business, and I don't think that Bucky could have made his career go any higher.
Yeah.
And also, Howard, that was a great interview between Suge and Carson Daly on his show. Like Carson drilled him.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was it a good interview? Did you have? I didn't know that you did an interview with Carson.
Take it easy.
Thank you. I haven't seen that interview. Yeah.
Howard, is he hating on you?
Who?
Has he been a gangster hater?
Who?
That guy who just called.
I have no idea what he's saying.
He's trying to be a gangster hater, Howard. You can't go for that.
Well, let me tell you something. You're out of jail.
Yeah.
You're starting your business up again.
Yeah.
And you're back on the right track.
Definitely.
And that's all that matters, isn't that right?
He doesn't seem so scary to me.
Yeah.
Exactly, baby.
Why did everybody run out of town when you got out of jail?
I had a ball in New York, though. I hit the club.